Come on, let's go. It's pop time. Gotta go get some Mountain Dews and get some Coca-Cola. And I'm a mess, I know. It wasn't a good morning. Mr. Ed is not doing well, everyone. He's having a hard time understanding what's a dream and what's real. And he woke me up at 7:30 this morning and said that somebody had told him that I was moving to another building. And then this is mixed in with what he told David. He said that this woman was talking to him. He came in there and told me that somebody had told him that I was moving to another place or building, and he went over to this door and he looked in and it was dark, and went over to this other building and looked in, it was dark, and then he was looking for me and David, and he didn't know where we were, and it's 7:30 in the morning. I'm dead asleep. Which around 6:30 I thought that I guess I must have heard him come out of his room, because I woke up and looked at the clock and I thought it was 7:30 then, so it must have been 6:30. So anyway, he said I tried to get in here and tried to get in there, and he said, and then I went out and your car's in the driveway and David's car's in the driveway, and I stood out there for a while, and he said I looked down and I was barefoot, and he said, so I don't know if I left my shoes in that other building or what. And I'm trying to understand what in the heck's going on. And oh my gosh, he's talking about outside. What? Then he says, where's Max? And I thought, oh my gosh, he's let Max out. Max has gotten out. So I jumped up out of the bed and opened his bedroom door, and the room was dark because he has his windows covered up. So Max was in there in his bed, thank goodness. And I had to go to the bathroom, and I don't go upstairs in that bathroom for reasons. I don't have time to stop and clean the toilet seat and stuff. Anyway, so I went downstairs to go to the bathroom and to get the phone to call my sister and be like, oh my gosh, I'm scared, you know, something's not right. They put him on a memory medicine about a month ago, and he's been acting a little weird since they did that. He was on a 5 milligrams, and then they said after the 30 days of taking that, if he did okay as far as side effects, that to get this other prescription filled, which is 10 milligrams. So I went and got the 10 milligram. He's been taking them for 2 or 3 days, and so anyway, I called my sister, and it's like, and then last night he had all the dishes in the dishwasher. If you would go watch that video that I told you about, the 12 minutes of Alzheimer's and dementia, where you do this 12 minutes test, I'm glad that I watched it, because it makes sense. He was in there and said that he had everything in the dishwasher. I had a saucer and a fork in the living room with me, so I told him, you know, well, we can run the dishwasher, and I took my saucer in there and was going to wash it off, and he said, here, give it here, I'll wash it off. I said, well, I was going to. He said, it'd just take a minute. Okay, fine. So I go back in and sit down. So, okay, now he only needs to put a saucer and a fork in the dishwasher. That's it. Nothing else. 45 minutes later, after he's rearranged everything in the dishwasher, And then a little while goes on, and he comes in the kitchen, and he's like, well, I thought you were going to turn this on. And I said, well, I told you to go ahead and start it. So he sounded disgusted. So I got up to go in there, and I said, well, here, fine, I'll turn it on. And he said, well, I need you to show me which button to push. My dad's been doing dishes for at least 20 years. Most of his retirement. He has been putting the dishes in the dishwasher. And here lately, he does not know. This is not a new thing. Here lately, he doesn't know how to turn it on. So, people, I am jumping on the crazy train with Ozzy Osbourne, I'm telling you. I went through some issues in my life in the early 90s and got myself a small cassette player Walkman thing and with some headphones, and I just turned the cassette tape on or whatever it was at the time, and just cranked it up and just sat there and bopped my head and did some rock and roll business, and it helped me get over moments of anxiety and different stuff. And I know it sounds crazy, but you know, Ozzy's kind of, you know, hardcore, but just those moments of me sitting there and headbanging and just closing my eyes and just getting into the music just totally helped. So I'm going to have to find some way of doing that. I have my headphones, so I can do that with my iPad if I'm at home, or with my phone. So it's just crazy. That's been my morning today so far, and it's a little disturbing. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know where this leads, or if this is just a one-day thing. Also, he was thinking, he's like, well, my gosh, where's David? It's getting awful late. I said, Dad, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Oh, well, I thought it was later than that. And then at 10:30, he said something again about the time, and I was like, Dad, it's 10:30 in the morning. I said, David said something about, have you eaten? And he said, well, I think Susie's fixing me something, which I was actually fixing myself a hot dog, because I have hot dogs if we have them for breakfast. But anyway, so that's what I was doing, and he thought I was fixing him something to eat. So I was like, okay, I'll fry him an egg and heat up a biscuit that's left over, or make him a piece of toast. So he said, what are you fixing me? And I told him, and I said, do you want something else? And he said, well, I don't know what I want. So he said, are you going to cook again later? And I said, Dad, we've got lunch and supper to go through yet. He said, oh, well, I was thinking it was way later in the day than that. So, his time, for a long time, he has no conception of time and even seasons. He's worried about everything getting cold because I've got the air conditioner on. And he doesn't go outside too much, but, so he thinks it's winter time, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, that's my Friday. I was literally, my heart was pounding. I was literally doing that shivering, nervous shivering when I was talking to my sister, like I was just scared to death. I just don't want to go through this. I don't want it to get worse. I guess I'm going to have to look somebody up online or something and see if I can talk to somebody or something to get through this, or help me understand, to see the stages. There are some videos on YouTube about the stages of Alzheimer's, and dementia. He hasn't been diagnosed as Alzheimer's. He's been diagnosed with dementia. So I don't know, but I did call the doctor's office and talk to a nurse. She said she wasn't sure if his doctor was going to be in today. Of course, you know, that's the way it goes. He doesn't have the illnesses and the complications and things that my mother had. So, when my mother was alive, if it just was terrifying if we had to call the doctor and her doctor was not in, because these other doctors didn't understand why she was on this medication. This is for something da-da-da-da-da, and it's like, no, you can't take her off that. She has to be on that because she's on that for da-da-da-da-da, you know. So they would get everything all screwed up because of her medicines, because they didn't read her file. They don't know her, you know. So I don't know with him. I don't know. I guess it'll be all right if there's another doctor in there. I don't know, that gets, you know, the information. So I don't know. She said he's doing rounds at the hospital this morning, so I don't know if he'll be in. Sometimes he comes in and checks his messages, blah blah blah. So anyway, that's that. So that's my day, Friday, and I've got to do this accent tag that Joanne Del Basso has tagged me to. Thank you very much, Joanne. Yes, I'm really looking forward to this. And then I got to figure out who I'm going to tag. So, also, I had a very, 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 very awesome surprise yesterday. And I was going to look her name up and learn how to spell her name, because there's no way I can say it. But I have a subscriber friend to my channel that sent me a card in the mail with a very nice surprise in it. I didn't know how to take this surprise because nobody's ever done anything like that before, and so I was afraid that maybe I had said something to insinuate something, and she reassured me that no, that wasn't it at all. And so anyway, thank you very much, Diane. She made a journal for Marnie, and that's how she managed to get my address, because she said she was making me one as well. So I gave her my address, and she sent me this very awesome card, and with a very, very nice surprise inside. And thank you very much, Diane. That really means a lot. I so appreciate each and every one of you. The love and support that I get from you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, I gotta get rid of this. I gotta go in the bank. But anyway, you all have a great Friday and a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you all later, and spread a little sunshine. Thanks. Bye. All right, I put the crybaby to bed. Oh my goodness, everybody. It's 95 now. It was 93 or something, I don't know. Before. Whew, my goodness. So, how hot is it at your house? We keep having clouds like it's gonna rain, which when it rains, it doesn't help. It's still miserable. Just went the other way. Oh my goodness, like it's the 12th of the month, and it's like packed at Walmart. It's like the first of the month or something. Seems like it anyway. My goodness gracious. Slow it down, Betsy. Yeah, they're coming along with the Chick-fil-A. Anyway, I just want to come back on here and say, you know, I'm sorry I started crying. I apologize. because I really, really hate to do that, because I really don't like to cry in front of anybody. But anyway, I just do appreciate each and every one of you, your love and your support, and it's just totally awesome, and it's great that I have y'all to talk to. So anyway, I went and got our soft drinks, and now I'm gonna go get my daddy a sandwich and take it home, and hopefully everything's okay. I hate leaving him by himself, especially today, but oh well, what are you supposed to do? And it's really too hot to get him out, and he's having issues where he needs to be close to the bathroom. So anyway, too much information, I'm sure, but I hope y'all do have a wonderful weekend, and I do thank each and every one of you, and welcome to all my new subscribers, my new friends. Wow, man, it's going on 3 o'clock. Where's everybody? Why aren't they working? Be safe and be cool. I wish I could have had a pool to go dip into, man, I'm telling you. So, alright, you all have a wonderful weekend, and thanks so much, and I'll be back with my accent tag sometime soon. Just gotta get set up. Alright, thanks again, and don't forget to spread a little sunshine, and thanks so much. Bye-bye.